The activists over at Kotaku are absolute losers, and instead of spending their days researching topics and writing game reviews, they're too busy targeting YouTubers in order to stay relevant. And now Kotaku's senior editor, Alyssa Mercante, has sent a cease and desist letter to SmashJT, and he's responding. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, if the people over at Kotaku actually spent half the amount of time writing articles and putting out content that people might actually want to consume instead of spewing BS on social media, they might actually be part of an outlet that isn't on the brink of dying. The Kotakus, the Polygons, the gamers, they are holding on for dear life. They're holding on by a thread because of how irrelevant writers like this have made them. And now, instead of spending their days writing articles about video games and actually playing this content, they've decided to send out cease and desist letters. This is a That Park Place article. It says Alyssa Mercante, a senior editor at Kotaku, sent YouTuber SmashJT a cease and desist letter alleging that he defamed and harassed her. There are a lot of people on social media who do not understand that when you are a public figure, you can be criticized. There's plenty of conversations on social media about me, about SmashJT, about geeks and gamers, about literally anybody on YouTube that I'm sure other people don't like, that these content creators don't like, that I don't like. But at the end of the day, they're allowed to be on social media and they're allowed to exist. But that's not the mindset that people like this writer have, because Alyssa is someone who does go online. She causes drama with people, she melts down, and then of course she threatens to sue you. She is trying her very best to intimidate her critics into being silenced, and that's just not gonna happen. It says in a YouTube upload he announced, Alyssa has now sent me an official cease and desist letter from her lawyer about how I need to apologize for things I've said to her because they're defamatory in nature, which is interesting because everything I've said has been in response and using what she has said to form my opinion and explain the way I feel about her. From there, he addressed her lawyer, Lane Haygood, who sent the letter. This guy struck me as everything that an ambulance chaser lawyer would be, that would take literally any case that anyone brought to him as long as he thought, hey, maybe I can make a buck or two off this, so sure, I'll throw a letter out there. What could it hurt? Which is very true. Her lawyer is somebody who seems extremely unprofessional and is someone who also goes on social media and spews BS in order to garner attention. I mean, here is just one single screenshot. This is her legal counsel, everyone, completely normal and not unhinged, saying, going to start a GoFundMe to dox the shit out of some people and have me show up on their doorstep and kick them in the dick. Who's with me? Just kick them over and over and over again until the barf up blood on my shoes. Then stamp a boot print right on their dumb faces. This is a lawyer? This is what they thought would be acceptable to put on social media? She should be absolutely embarrassed that this is her lawyer's social media history. And this was only from back in August. This is absolutely disgusting. She should not want to be affiliated with this person in any way, shape, or form. It just goes to show the type of person that she is and the type of person that she wants to work with. This is absolutely disgusting. And of course, SmashJT was sent a very long letter basically going blah, 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 Alyssa's the victim, blah, 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 delete your post, blah, 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 even actually trying to bring his family into the conversation, saying, Jeff, you're a family man. Imagine your family in this situation. What would you want to happen? It's time you made the smart choice for once. Do the right thing. This is an absolutely pathetic tactic, in my opinion, is bringing someone else's family into the discussion. But this is something that Alyssa's done in the past because she actually had messaged SmashJT's wife and said, how do you feel about being married to a guy who harasses women on the internet and makes videos about them and puts them on lists and write articles about them? I mean, yikes. This is a tactic she's pulled before. I'm not really shocked to see that this is happening yet again, but it's one that I personally will never get behind. You are never gonna get me supporting the fact that you're so butthurt about a conversation or criticism online that you find someone else's spouse, child, parents, etc., and then you message them or bring them into this conversation to try to intimidate someone into being silenced. It's just not a good tactic, and it really only makes her and her lawyer look worse. But it just goes to show that somebody like Alyssa really cannot take any criticism online. You were talking about the internet here. Okay, people are going to talk about you over and over and over. So what do? You just have to move on. But this is what she has decided to do with her time. Instead of try to actually do her job, she's so busy targeting YouTubers instead of playing video games and reviewing video games. So this journo is resorting to suing YouTubers in order to stay relevant. She thought at the start of Gamergate too that she was going to get a ton of attention on social media. Maybe she was going to blow up and have tons of new people following her, but that really isn't the case, and Kotaku is dying. It doesn't even matter whether it's Kotaku, Polygon, The Gamer, all of the mainstream gaming outlets are on their way out, so she's grasping at relevancy, and it's clearly not working for her. And funny enough, she's actually also tried a new tactic because recently, and I guess not just recently, but since really Gamergate 2 started and people have been talking about her, she has said that content that creators like I make are very low effort. She says, commentary is extremely low effort. You're just reading what somebody else wrote, which, by the way, is exactly what she does and what these journos do, because your job is to write articles about content that other people created. You didn't make this video game, so if my content is low effort, yours is too. But she's actually decided to try to get in on the commentary game because she had just recently announced, welcome to my new Twitch. Every week I'll be doing a gaming, entertainment, pop culture, news roundup, and commentary at the start of my stream, then playing some games, which she's totally allowed to do. I always say it, journalists should be required by developers to live stream or upload a full unedited playthrough of the content they are reviewing in order to continue to get codes. And she's not really going that far, but she's allowed to create her own content and have this commentary Twitch channel, but it's just hilarious how her tune changes. Oh, it's not okay when you do it. It's low effort content when you do it, but when I do it, it's perfectly fine. When I do it, it's a good idea. So right now, Alyssa's really getting herself into a lot of situations that are not going to turn out well for her. I do not know how long, she's going to be at Kotaku. I know a lot of the people at the outlet have defended her in the past, and they probably will continue to do so. But at the same time, I highly doubt the higher ups at the company want this type of negative attention on social media. It's one thing to have writers be roasted for their bad takes, but it's another to have them going around suing people. So I, of course, will be keeping my eye on this situation. Make sure to check out SmashJT's channel for updates. But right now, instead of doing her job, Alyssa is resorting to suing YouTubers in order to grasp at relevancy. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.